News from around the globe. Hot, fresh, balanced and objective. On Unity.
Hello and welcome to News Hour on Unity TV. Today is Wednesday, 24th of January 2023 and it's equivalent to 3rd of Rajab, Thani 1444 after Hijrah. The headlines. Constitution Review, NAS bows the governors on local government autonomy. Deadline remains January 31st for old Naira notes, says CBN. Kaduna soldiers kill 3 bandits, rescue 16 kidnapped victims. And on the foreign scene, outcry in Pakistan after 2 fathers murder daughters. And in sports, Napoli to offer Osimhen £7 million yearly contract. Those were the headlines, and for details and more of the stories, I am Rukayat Sani Ibrahim. The National Assembly has eaten the humble pie by bowing to the 36 state governors over the refusal of autonomy for local government councils as proposed in the 44 Constitution Amendment Bills forwarded to State Houses of Assembly for concurrence in March 2022. Meanwhile, the National Assembly has directed its clerk Sani Tambuwal to, as a matter of urgency, transmit the 35 bills that have so far met the requirements of the provision of Section 9, Subsection 2 of the Constitution to President Muhammadu Buhari for assent in line with the provisions of the Acts Authentication Act, which the forwarding of the 35 bills to President Buhari for assent 9 has so far been rejected by the state houses. Out of the 44 constitution alteration bills forwarded to state houses of assembly for concurrence, only 35 were voted for by 24 out of the 36 state houses of assembly. The complete exclusion of financial and administrative autonomies for local government councils lost out. 27 state houses of assembly have, however, forwarded the resolutions on 35 constitutional amendment bills to the National Assembly, with 9 states remaining. The state houses of assembly that were yet to forward their resolutions to the National Assembly are Gombe, Jigawa, Kebbi, Kwara, Oyo, Plateau, Sokoto, Taraba, and Zamfara. The National Assembly has also asked the remaining 9 state houses of assembly that were yet to forward their resolutions on the constitutional amendment bills to do so in order to fulfill their constitutionally imposed legislative obligation. Resolutions of the Senate yesterday were sequel to a motion titled Passage of Constitution 5th Alteration Bills 2023, sponsored by the Deputy President of the Senate, Senator Ove Omo Agege, APC Delta Central, and supported by 65 other senators. The committee had threatened the governors that will mobilize the organized labor, particularly local government employees, against the various state governments on the bills for the required concurrence. Troops of Operation Forest Sanity have rescued 16 kidnapped victims, killing 3 bandits in separate operations in 2 local government areas of Binnangwari and Igabi of Kaduna State. The State Commissioner for Internal Security and Home Affairs, Samuel Aruwan, who disclosed these in a statement on Tuesday, said some of the rescued victims have been rushed to an undisclosed hospital for medical treatment. The commissioner stated that items recovered from the terrorists include 1 AK-47 rifle, 1 pump-action gun, 1 improvised explosive device, 1 Bufang radio, and 10 motorcycles. The commissioner noted that Governor Nasir El-Rufai was excited about the report and expressed satisfaction at the breakthroughs recorded by the security forces. He added that the governor praised the gallantry of the troops for the success of the rescue operation and prayed for the quick recovery of injured victims. A 62-year-old man, Bamuwa Umaru, have been nabbed by the Kano State Police Command for attempting to secure the release of a suspected kidnapper, Yusuf Ibrahim. The spokesperson for the command, SP Abdullahi Haruna, on Tuesday said Umaru was arrested after he offered a bribe of 1 million naira to a policeman for the release of the suspect. Haruna said the suspect, upon preliminary investigation, confirmed partaking in a series of kidnappings at villages in Katsina and Zamfara states, and also confessed that their syndicate group killed up to 10 of their victims, out of which he single-handedly killed 2. He added that the suspects will be charged to court upon completion of investigation. Haruna said the Commissioner of Police, CP Momman Dauda, appreciated the good people of Kano, other security agencies, the media, vigilante groups, and the command's community policing stakeholders for prayers, support, encouragement, and cooperation. The Central Bank of Nigeria has insisted that there is no going back on the January 31 deadline for the old 200, 500, and 1,000 naira notes, respectively, as they will cease to be legal tender in the country. The CBN Governor Gordon Emefiele reiterated the Apex Bank's stance after the Monetary Policy Committee meeting in Abuja on Tuesday. Emefiele also insisted that enough time have been given to Nigerians to swap their old naira notes for new ones. This is as he also said that kidnapping and ransom taking had reduced since the 3 banknotes were redesigned. Many Nigerians have, however, lamented the unavailability and scarcity of new notes, decrying that banks up till today were still giving out the old naira notes to customers with the deadline only a few days away. Meanwhile, the CBN, in its effort to ensure that everyone is carried along, embarked on a cash swap program nationwide to enable those in the unbanked areas to change their old notes before the January 31 deadline. However, excluding Lagos and Abuja, mobile money and point-of-sales operations from the program, the CBN also recently ordered commercial banks to immediately stop over-the-counter withdrawal of the new notes and load their automated teller machines with the redesigned naira notes to boost the circulation. However, despite the efforts of the Apex Bank, bank customers have continued to lament the scarcity of the new notes. The Senate on Tuesday again asked the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) to extend the use of old naira notes till June 30, 2023. This followed a motion on Nigeria redesign moved by Senator Sadiq Suleiman, APC Kwara North, on the floor. The upper chamber on December 28, 2022 advised the CBN to extend the phasing out of old currency notes scheduled for January 31, 2023 for 6 months. However, the CBN has vowed to go ahead with its January 31, 2023 deadline. Senator Suleiman said the call have become necessary in view of the financial hardship the rush phasing out of the old naira note will inflict on Nigeria, especially the rural populace, who don't readily have access to banking facilities. He insisted that the redesigned notes are scarce and are unavailable for those wishing to change their money to new notes. Senators in their contributions supported the motion, except Senator Sam Egu, PDP, Ebonyi North. The National Population Commission (NPC) on Tuesday said 786,741 workers will be trained and deployed for the 2023 census. NPC's Director of Public Affairs, Isiaka Yahaya, stated they would consist of 623,797 enumerators, 125,944 supervisors, 24,001 data quality assistants, 12,000 field coordinators, 1,000 data quality management, and 1,639 center administrators, and 59,000 local government area level facilitators. He said the functionaries were to be trained on census forms, census applications, data capturing processes, interpersonal communication, and basic troubleshooting of computer-assisted personal interviews. Yahaya also called on all stakeholders to support the Commission to conduct a successful census. On the foreign scene, 2 teenage Pakistani girls were killed by their fathers in separate incidents, triggering an outcry in the country plagued by a rise in gender-based violence. Police in the northwestern region of Karsada was conducting raids on Tuesday to arrest a father who killed his 18-year-old daughter after seeing her dancing in a video. Local official Muhammad Munir said the father got angry after watching the video that was uploaded to social media without his consent. Munir said, quoting the girl's mother, Hours later, a 19-year-old girl was shot dead by her father at the gate of a courtroom in the southern city of Karachi for marrying the man of her choice. Police official Sahabir Ahmed said around 1,000 people are killed in Pakistan by close relatives on the pretext of saving family honor every year. Commissioner of Pakistani HRCP said. And in sports, Napoli are prepared to break their wage structure to keep Victor Osimhen at the club and offer him a much bigger salary than he earns now. Punch Sports Extra reports the Nigerian striker is having a great season at Napoli and have scored 14 times in 19 appearances in all competitions in the ongoing campaign. He has been heavily linked with a move away from the Serie A giants next season, with multiple clubs across Europe believed to be interested in him. With this story, we've come to the end of our bulletin for today. You can follow us on our social media handles at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Unity Radio FM TV, respectively. My name is Ruqayyat Sani Ibrahim. Thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of our programs.
Unity.